Welcome to another episode of the Startup Doctor Business Clinic, where we unravel the intricacies of entrepreneurship. In today's episode, we will explore the concept of business conception, drawing parallels from the emotions experienced during pregnancy and the emotions you experience when you want to set up a business.
Ooh, you can get it right. Help that business grow. You can get it right. Startup Doctor is here to help. Ooh, Startup Doctor.
What are these emotions? First, you get excited. Imagine the thought that you were pregnant, or the thought that you're even preparing to get pregnant. That giddiness, that excitement, that thought that you're going to birth another human being, another being that you can nurture and you can mold after your own values and desires in life. It's the same thing with a business. When you want to start a business, you might not be able to choose the sort of child that you want to bear, but you can choose the sort of business that you want to give birth to in the world of entrepreneurship. These are some of the emotions that you experience: happiness, fear sometimes, because it is a long-term commitment, and that's what most people don't understand. When desiring to have a baby, simply fantasizing about it won't make it a reality, never. It requires taking necessary steps, like having sex with the right cycle for conception to occur. Similarly, starting a business or opening an SME requires action and strategic planning. But how do you go about it? That's the question. Well, I'm not going to teach you how to have sex. I have 3 children, yes. If you want to learn, I will do that in subsequent episodes. But that's not the topic on the ground. What we're talking about now is, how do you conceive the idea for your business? What are the things you need to do? How do you even think about this? This takes us to what we call ideation. This is where you sit down and you think through different possible pathways that you could take before you start anything you want to do. It's not just enough to pluck an idea from the air. Is this idea viable? Is it solving a problem? Is it a solution? Who needs it? How do you need to package it? How do you need to sell it? What is the price point? Who are your competitors? Where are you going to situate this idea? There's so many questions that you need to answer before you can decide if this idea is good enough to give life to. Now, the first crucial step in starting a business is conceiving the idea. Just like desiring to have a baby, you need to get pregnant first. You need to think of the idea first. You need to do everything you need to do to make sure that the idea you have is the one that is viable. You may need to explore multiple ideas until you find the one that resonates with you the most. Then comes the process of analysis and feasibility study, ensuring that your idea aligns with your ambitions as a business person. Now, let's drop the English and bring it home. What is your ambition? Where do you see yourself? Who do you see yourself as? What sort of business do you want to have? People say there are some babies I call designer babies. Why? Because their fathers and their mothers have gone through multiple conception routes. Some do IVF, some do ovulation stimulation, some have natural birth. And they're designing who the surrogate mother would be, who the egg donor would be. So many things that you design just to have a child. Same thing with business. What sort of business do you see yourself running? Don't pick an idea because you've seen somebody else doing the same thing and they're making money off of it, and then you think that that's the right path for you. For instance, I have people around me. My sister is into organic products. And another sister makes leather bags, while I run an academy, a skill academy. Now, because they are doing those things, it looks interesting, they are making money off of it, but it wasn't what I needed to do in my own skill center. Yes, you could say that being in that skill center, we should be able to teach these things. Yes, we can, but is that the path? Is that the idea? Is that what I need to do? When I sat back and analyzed it, I found out that I needed to identify myself and my vision for it to be something that is uniquely mine with my DNA, with what I see myself at. Give you another example. I also have a brother who runs a catering outfit or a restaurant. He opened a lounge, and from a lounge he set up a business called Ite, where you can buy your mama put in a nice fancy restaurant. Clean, sweet, beautiful environment where you can eat your mama put. But I have a catering business also. We have the same ideas. But how do I differentiate that idea from his? How do I make it really mine? And I sat back, I said, I don't want the hassles of a restaurant because it requires detailed processing and management. That wasn't it for me. What I wanted was to just cater for events. And I asked myself, is this idea viable? Yes, it is. Is there a market for it? Oh yes, there's a market for it. Would it cost me a lot to start? Yes, it would, and no, it would not. And that's where your feasibility study comes in. To understand your environment, understand how much you need to invest to start this business, understand how much you need as capital, understand the manpower that is required to run the business, and understand the machinery, the systems, the technology that you require to run your business. To achieve this, you must invest time in deep thinking and through thorough research. You can't run away from doing the hard work. It's not in the fancy, giddy feeling of coming up with a great idea. The strength of every business lies in the level of thought, the level of thinking and creativity behind the business model. Ideas are viable. They are like viable seeds that you bring to life through your SME. However, it's not about just having the idea. It's about the quality and the uniqueness of those ideas. Now let's go back to the restaurant business. A restaurant business is different from a catering business. They are both, don't get me wrong, they are both in the catering food industry. But a restaurant, you walk into it, you sit down and you have a lovely dining experience. However, for a catering business, it's location-based. It's mobile. You can go anywhere with it. And for me, that was the unique differentiator between my idea and my brother's idea. And these two models have been tested and found strong. That yes, we can start up viable businesses with them.
Ooh, startup doctor.
Before setting up your business, it is crucial to ask yourself a series of questions. The first is, what is your idea? Why do you even want to do this business? Why? Why do you want to have a child? Why do you want to do this business? Why this idea? What is it? Are you doing it for self-aggrandization, just to feel among other people that you two are running a business? Is that really your gut, your heart's desire? Have you given it a level of thinking? Have you given it some thought? Have you analyzed it? Have you given it the thought it deserves, the deep thinking it deserves? Is there a genuine need for it in your immediate environment? How many businesses and products are in the market already? Who are your competition? How successful are they? What is their marketing strategy? How have they differentiated themselves? Where do you plan to locate your business? How are similar businesses faring in the environment? Because you cannot just go and take an idea and situate it in a place where they don't need it. For the past 4 or 5 years, we have gone around Nigeria training businesses, young businesses. Over 3,000 people have been impacted. However, for every location, the business ideas we take there differentiate from other locations. How? For instance, when we took the idea of empowerment and skill acquisition to Kebbi State, we trained them. We went there, we did a feasibility study, and we found out that what worked there would be fish farming. So we taught them fish farming. We brought many other skills to them. However, after the feasibility study, we found out there was something lacking from the questions and answers and the questionnaires that we had sent out and the interviews that we conducted. We found out that they lacked skilled artisans in the art of henna, this Arabic drawings that they have on their hands. We found out that there was a dearth of skill in the henna business. They used to travel to Sokoto to import the skill into Kebbi. Now, this would tell you that the market was available, but the skill set was scarce. Now, with that, we carried that idea and situated it into Kebbi State, and we trained about 50 artisans, mostly women, in that particular skill. And trust me, they started their businesses immediately, because those in Kebbi State didn't need to travel all the way to Sokoto to go and bring artisans to come and deliver that skill to them or give them that skill, deliver that service to them. So this is what you need to do with your idea. Sometimes the market is so saturated that when you come in, the competition is already steep. So how do you differentiate yourself? How do you make sure that you don't fail? Are there lessons that you can learn from successes and the failures of those around you? What is the demand for your business? What is the capital you require to start? How will you raise it? These are the questions you need to ask. Who are your clients? Is it friends and family? Friends and family will not support you. What is the potential on return on investments? Look, there are so many things that I can teach you, but time would not permit. Ideation is the first step that you need to do. Tear this idea apart. Ask yourself these questions. There are rules to ideation. There's a system to ideation, so you can arrive at the accurate idea for your business, to arrive at the solution that your clients need, so that you become the solution to their problem. Answering these questions before setting up your business is essential, especially for ensuring its success. Just as you take your time to choose the right partner for sharing the parenting journey, you also need to take your time to thoroughly plan and analyze your business idea. This is a crucial step for the foundation of your business.
Startup Doctor.
Now, during conception, both in pregnancy and in business, challenges may arise. Let me not even qualify it by using may. Challenges will definitely arise. It can be a daunting and overwhelming and even sometimes uncertain process, especially if you venture into business without prior knowledge or preparation, as most people often do. However, with the guidance of the Startup Doctor and the right mindset, you can navigate through these challenges. I find that sometimes people say, if your marriage can get past 5 years, you will survive a lifetime. Likewise in business, if your business can get past 2 years and then 5 years, you will last in business. Why do we say this? Because there are a lot of problems that occur on the journey of conception, actually aligning your thoughts and your goals with a particular product or a particular solution that you want to offer your clients or your proposed clients. It's important to understand that it won't be a walk in the park. I tell people that business is warfare. Likewise in life, the minute you decide to marry, that's the minute problems will come to your doorstep. Have you ever attended traditional weddings? I will tell you that most bride and grooms fight that morning of the wedding. I don't know why, but it happens. They will come to church, but they just quarreled. Challenges will always come up, especially with partnerships. On this journey that you want to take, who is coming on this journey with you? Are you going to take on a partner? Are you going to run this business alone? Even if you're going to be a sole proprietor for your business, who are the employees, the staff that you're going to use, that you're going to hire to run your business? This is a most important stage in setting up a business. Your idea must be solid. It must have a client base that is willing to pay for it. It must offer a solution to an existing problem. If these things don't tick, the boxes don't tick, don't do it. You'll only waste your money.